human freedom. It sounds wonderful, doesn't it? But have you ever stopped to think that we might be gradually losing it without even realizing it? Freedom isn't about doing whatever we want. It's about striking a balance between personal rights and responsibilities to the community. Yet, through either abuse or neglect, we are the ones breaking that delicate boundary. From social pressures to digital surveillance, little by little, our freedom is being chipped away. So, how do we preserve freedom without losing its true essence? Let's dive in and explore. Freedom. It sounds simple, but do you really understand what it means? It's the ability to live, think, and act as you choose, within the boundaries of the law. It means you have the right to dream, to forge your own path, without anyone forcing or hindering you. But don't mistake freedom as a privilege meant only for you. It comes with responsibility. The responsibility to exercise your freedom wisely, without harming others, and to contribute to the common good. True freedom isn't about doing whatever you want. It's about living fully while respecting the community around you. How important is freedom, do you know? It's not just a right. It's the very essence that shapes the dignity and value of every individual. Freedom is like breathing. Without it, we not only lose the ability to live authentically, but risk losing ourselves entirely. That's why freedom is not just precious, it's indispensable to human existence. Secondly, freedom is the golden key that unlocks every door to personal development. Only with freedom can you truly create, learn, and unlock your full potential. It allows you to choose your own path, live your passions, and chase your dreams. Without it, even the brightest talents can be stifled by invisible barriers. Most importantly, freedom is not just an individual concern, but the cornerstone of social progress. Societies that uphold freedom thrive because they embrace diversity of thought and foster innovation. It is this freedom that drives civilizations forward and creates momentum for greatness. But where do threats to freedom come from? First, let's talk about government. When power is abused, authoritarian regimes or human rights violations emerge, and human freedom is easily stripped away. At that point, you lose your voice and your ability to make decisions for yourself. Next, threats come from society itself. Prejudices, societal pressures, and extremist ideologies can force you to live within imposed molds. In such cases, your freedom isn't threatened by laws, but by the judgmental gaze and expectations of those around you. Finally, in the age of technology, a new threat is rising: digital surveillance. Your personal data is collected, your behavior monitored, and privacy becomes a luxury. Unregulated digital platforms can turn into tools that limit your very freedom. Freedom, once taken for granted, can easily slip away if we're not vigilant. The question is, what will you do to protect it? Why do we need to protect freedom? It's simple. Without it, we face risks that are unimaginable. First, freedom is a solid shield against oppression. Without it, you gradually lose control over your own life. Imagine a world where you can't express your thoughts or choose your own path. This isn't just restrictive. It's the beginning of oppression, where dreams are silenced and voices are suppressed. Second, freedom is the foundation of equality. It ensures everyone has an equal chance to pursue their dreams and goals. When freedom exists, anyone can rise and prove their worth. But without it, inequality takes over. Some are pushed to the margins of society, while others unfairly dominate. Finally, freedom is the bedrock of peace and stability. When people feel respected and have the right to voice their opinions, conflicts diminish. Freedom fosters connection between individuals and society, building a strong community where dissatisfaction and division have no place. It's the invisible thread that keeps society united and enables sustainable progress. Protecting freedom isn't just about safeguarding individual rights. It's about preserving the core values of humanity. It's a shared responsibility to ensure that our world remains a place where everyone has the right to live, dream, and grow with fairness and meaning. So, how can we protect freedom? It might sound like a monumental task, but in reality, there are many ways we can start right now. First, we need to raise awareness. Freedom isn't something that happens naturally, and not everyone truly understands its value. That's why educating ourselves and others about freedom and how to exercise it responsibly is the first step in protecting this right. When you genuinely understand and appreciate freedom, you'll know how to safeguard it, not just for yourself, but for the entire community. Second, get involved in politics. Don't think of politics as someone else's responsibility. It directly affects your rights. Simply voting, speaking out on issues, or participating in community discussions are all ways to protect your freedom and contribute to the broader community. Finally, we need to focus on protecting freedom through legal means. Think about it. Without human rights organizations, without lawyers fighting for justice, or without clear laws safeguarding freedom, what would happen? Freedom would be easily violated, and we would have nothing to rely on. Supporting human rights organizations isn't just about financial contributions. It's about spreading awareness and standing with those fighting for justice. Supporting lawyers and laws that uphold freedom ensures that when our freedoms are threatened, there are strong legal barriers to defend us. Remember, protecting freedom isn't just one person's responsibility. It's a shared mission for all of us. Because when freedom is protected, society can grow and thrive sustainably. Freedom and responsibility. At first, they might seem contradictory, but they always go hand in hand. Freedom isn't unlimited. It must be exercised within boundaries of respect and fairness. You have the right to express your opinion, but not to use that freedom to insult or harm others. You can pursue your personal goals, but not by trampling on someone else's freedom. True freedom is about living fully while respecting the dignity and rights of those around you. When freedom is abused, it loses its noble meaning and risks creating conflicts and divisions within the community. True freedom lies in balancing personal rights with social responsibilities. Remember, freedom doesn't mean doing whatever you want. It's about living consciously and respecting others. Ultimately, freedom isn't something that's handed to us. It's a value we must preserve together. It's like a flame. If left unprotected, it will fade. But when nurtured and used wisely, it becomes a guiding light, helping us live more fully and meaningfully. So, what will you do to protect your freedom and that of those around you? Start today, because freedom isn't just a right, it's a shared responsibility for us all. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video meaningful, please like and share to spread this message even further. And make sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.